Hello, my name is Futures Past, and I have a shopping addiction. On this episode, we are going to try to restore an antique perfume bottle with two of the items in these packages. And I got to figure out which two. All right, so two of these things are like the Reese's, the Reese's Pieces. It's like the peanut butter and the chocolate. You can't have one without the other. Let's get this unboxed in fast motion. Fragile. It must be Italian. They sold a jumble? I haven't done this since 1983. The paper still does. I don't get the newspaper anymore. Oh my God. All right, I got to save this for later. This fun bag. Yeah, this fun bag has seen better days. All right, so, I spied with my little eye this bottle here on the left, which was made by DeVilbiss. I believe they were from Ohio. And DeVilbiss is, oh my God, if you're a collector of perfume bottles, this is like the holy grail of collecting. This is what you want in your collection. So they were created as a company in the 1800s when the pharmacist...
I'm wrong. He was a doctor.
Well, not the pharmacist,
a doctor.
The glassmaker actually was a pharmacist. Yeah, something like that. And what happened was he invented an atomizer. Well, atomizers were still around. They were actually around before this guy started, but they really weren't useful for anything. And he was an ear, nose, and throat doctor, and he actually came up with these bottles with a atomizer that you could spray throat medicine in the back of somebody's throat. And then the father died, and the son took over the company and then said, we can do other things to make money. And then they ended up interchanging the atomizers with perfume bottles. And the 20s, the 1920s and 30s was the greatest time for DeVilbiss bottles. So I won this DeVilbiss bottle. And it's missing the damn top. Always missing the damn top. I can't tell you how many times I find a really beautiful perfume bottle missing the damn top. What do you do with it? It's not something I'd want in my collection, although this is beautiful glass. Look at this acid etching job done on this. Now, I think this bottle was made somewhere in the mid-20s. And so I looked at the collar, and I'm like, I got to find something that's going to fit this bottle. So here comes in this little, actually beautiful Czechoslovakian glass. It was actually a copy from a Lalique bottle that was, I think, sometime in the 20s. Lalique came out with these dancing nude ladies, and then the Czech glass companies, now the Czechs, were really known for their glass making, and but the French were known for their Rolls-Royce type of material, products. Like the Rolls-Royce of products was always made in France. So the Czechs made their copy of the Ingrid, Ingrid, the Ingrid, which was a Lalique design with bacantes dancing around. Now, this does have some fissures in it. Fissures, not like fishing, but it's actually, I think it was in the making because this was molded. This was not hand-blown glass. It was molded. And so I don't think this is really a flaw because you can't even feel this. It looks like a crack, but you cannot feel it at all. But I saw this bottle for $30. Buy it now with $10 shipping and then tax. But I'm going to show you something. Look at the collar. Yeah. So this fun bag might come in handy, although I'm going to remove this fun bag and see if this is going to fit our DeVilbiss. But then this is sort of a pretty bottle. The guy's like, it has fissures in it. It has like cracks, but it doesn't leak. The bottle doesn't leak. But this is amethyst. I think this will glow in the dark. This might have radium in it, which I'm going to test out in a moment. So don't go anywhere. But let's see, does this bottle's mechanism fit in my DeVilbiss? That is the question. All right, we're going to see, because I'm telling you right now, when you collect these damn bottles, you're going to have to pay $200 to $500 to $600 for a really good example of a DeVilbiss bottle with the top. And when it's missing a top, it's not worth as much. And I actually went into a bid war over this and got this. I won this for like...
You thought I was going to tell you? No,
I was surprised that I even won it. Oh, the moment that we're all been waiting for. Oh my God, it fits perfectly. But this fun bag has lost the fun, if you know what I mean. So we're going to learn, how do we replace the fun bag? So let's go ahead and do that. Now, why did that happen? That they both have the same collar. By the way, DeVilbiss was using glass from a lot of American companies like Cambridge, Fry. I'm trying to think of other ones. Around the time of the Depression, the Great Depression era, Carnival glass companies. But they were also using glass from Czech, or the Czech Republic, or back then what was known as Bohemia. So they were using Bohemian glass. And Moser is one noted company. Oh, baby, their bottles are worth a fortune. But this is actually really pretty, so I'm going to end up having to take the top away from it, and then this becomes useless. We'll figure something out. All right, so we have to change the fun bag. So how do you do that? Well, it's not very easy. Oh, look, it just did itself. But we're going to have to pray and hope that this screws off. And lefty is Lucy. And, oh, no. You see, the issue is that usually there's a skinny screw that hangs down, and then you can just screw a new one in. Oh, boys and girls, it's not going to be that easy. All right, so I get these pieces. Now, there's no replacements for vintage and antique perfume bottles. There's none whatsoever, so you're going to have to think out of the box. So what I do is I go on Amazon, and I'll show you. And I get these bottles for $10 or less that come with the hose already on it. And some of the extra parts that I need, sometimes that will work on these vintage bottles to repair. And they come in different color hoses and bulbs. And some of them will have a spot that, these, by the way, if you see these pointed ones, these don't unscrew. So you can't even plug it into another bottle. But there are some that have the centerpiece that you can unscrew. And so I'll leave you links in the description beneath the video. If you're on TikTok, sorry, you're going to have to meet me over on YouTube. On my main profile page will be my YouTube Addy. And you can copy and paste it into your browser. Okay, so the thing I was telling you about would look like this. It would be a screw, right? So this end, of course, would go into here. It would stick into here. I don't know if you could see that. And then this end has a threaded end that screws in. And usually these pieces would have that screw piece, and then you just happily screw this right in. Well, now we got a damn nipple. And this is going to really monkey wrench my attempts to fix the DeVilbiss. And this is not going to fit, boys and girls. As you can see right here, we're pretty screwed. So what to do? Now, it had this original mechanism on it that you screwed in. And I think the only way to fix this thing, oh God, is, oh boy, Goya, oh boy, yeah, we're pretty screwed. Okay, the only thing I think of that can work is if I pull this piece off. But if I pull this piece off, what's going to happen is you have like this unfinished end of this net material that ends up frayed. It's all frayed. The minute you take this off, it's all frayed. So I'm going to have to get the glue gun out, put a dab of glue going around it to stop it from fraying. I'll be back. Okay, the only other thing I can think of is testing it. I have this piece with the missing bulb. I'm going to take this piece off. By the way, you can see it's already frayed because I had taken it off. And I'm going to see, are we going to do it? See what I mean? This is bad. This happens every time you take that little piece off. And we're going to see if this can be shoved up in here. And it's an issue. I mean, it can be probably glued in there, but then this is unsightly as hell. So I am definitely going to have to figure something out. Let me try another idea. Hold on. Okay, I noticed a screw. Let's see if by removing a screw from this bottle, if we can get it to screw into that. All right, let's try. I'm going to see. Some of these don't come off. So, you know, it came from Amazon. It was like a $9.99 bottle. And let's see if this can be removed. Keep doing this and doing this and doing this. And see if we get any budge, right? And I hope they didn't weld it in, the idiots. And right, let's see. Let's see, boys and girls. All right, let's see if we could screw this in here. If we can, we're not screwed anymore. Oh, well, beep, 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 beep. Fit. All right, I'll be back. All right, yeah, it's not a neat job. It's never a neat job with a glue gun. All right, I'm gonna stick glue on the edge and try to get this shoved up in here. And we got seconds to work with, boys and girls. Seconds, literal seconds. And I'm gonna try to shove this in here as much as I can. Oh God, this is a disaster. This is a freaking disaster. Now we got this blob of shit. Let me get tweezers really fast and try to pull the excess glue off without removing this hose. And we're gonna have to get a scissor. All right, I'm working in miniature here. Okay, and oh, my eyesight is not so good. So I'm gonna try to cut off the excess. I'm looking through my camera right now. Actually, let me zoom in. Sorry you're seeing all the hair follicles and dirt under my fingernails right now. But I'm going to try to cut this, and it's not happening. All right, let me try a razor blade. Hopefully. See, this thing is attached. Actually, can we unattach this? Can we unattach? Oh, good. All right. Let's place it on... let's see. Hold on. I don't want to knock any of these bottles over, boys and girls. All right. Let's try placing it. Oh, okay. On a box. Let's try placing it on a box and try to chip away at this. See, bottle restoration is not easy. Oh, can you even see this? Oh, okay, you can. Let me get my tweezers. See, it's like surgery. It's like performing surgery. Let me get my little tiny scissors. Where the hell did they go? Oh my God, I'm going to lose it. I am going to lose it. Where's those tiny little scissors? Oh, there they are. Okay, hold on. Now that we got this to pop up, you just cut it and try to peel it off. Peel it off going around. Okay, so now I cleaned the outside. Now, it's very hard to clean the inside of these bottles. You can, but it's very hard. The rotted glass is a little worn, so it's bothering me. All right, so we're going to test out the rub and buff. And I've never worked on it on glass. You're supposed to actually rub it on with a rag and then wipe it to a shine. But, yeah, that's not what I'm, probably going to do. So I'm going to test it. And I'm just going to dab it to get some of the excess off. I'm going to try it on our glass and see what happens. It looks more like the bottle. So I'm going to just try it in an inconspicuous spot. Oh, it's actually working good. It's like the same consistency of the gold. All right, so it's all done. This particular bottle was made by the Cambridge Glass Company, and another person is selling it on the internet, and it's selling for a big amount of money. Now, mine has rotted glass or etched glass going in between the different foliage and flowers, and this person's doesn't. It's more of a smooth satiny texture, but it's no doubt that this is their, I think, 1926, 1927 perfume bottle by DeVilbiss. It was in the catalog, and the person is knowledgeable about perfume bottles. Here's what it's selling on Ruby Lane, and that's absolutely insane. I don't know if you could see that, but yeah. So I just turned this bottle and fixed it. Now, is it as, original as it can be? No, but if you notice both collars, it was the same exact collar and as my check bottle. And it fit perfectly. So I'm thinking that DeVilbiss probably did some kind of cooperation with, or, some kind of thing where they, interchanged parts through the Czechs and various different glass makers, American mostly. They used a lot of American glass, but they also used Czechoslovakian or Bohemian glass. So once again, thanks for watching. It was a real doozy fixing this bottle, but now we brought it back and it works, by the way. It's crazy. It actually works. All right. I squeezed the bulb and air came out of it, through the little nozzle. All right. I'll see you guys all in the next restoration. By the way, there's another one upcoming, that Czech bottle. We had to find a replacement top for it. Can we do it? Find out on the next episode.